So I think it's about time where I tell you what popular books I haven't read. So a lot of popular books came out in the past 2 years. A lot of them you guys probably thought I've already read, but I haven't. And technically they're not lies or anything because I never said that I've read them. But I've never told you that I didn't read them. And some of these will definitely come as a shock to you guys, for sure. But that does not mean that I do not have any plans to not finish these books, because I do have plans to finish them. It's just they haven't been done yet. But before I jump into the books that I am going to share with you that I have not read yet, I want to share the inspiration for this video. Because a lot of us, you know, we feel this pressure to read certain books that either our friends are reading, the internet's reading, or just have been pushed upon us since we were very young, and it's just expected for us to read them by now. People tend to judge if you haven't read some books. So of course you might have come across the point in your life where you're like, do I tell them I haven't read the book yet, or do I pretend that I have? Me, I don't think I've ever lied about reading a book. I have evaded the truth a little bit during school once, twice, maybe 7 times for reading school books, but that's just because I had other books to read, you know, like young adult books that were awesome and exciting, like Divergent and Hunger Games. Anywho, the inspiration for this video are 2 books that are about lies, and I'm kindly working with Penguin Teen to bring you guys this video and these 2 books that are featured in it. Although I haven't read these books yet, I'm very excited to, because lots of thrillers have been really poppin' in the media recently, and I'm like, hey, I'd like to check some out myself. I really want to see A Quiet Place. If anybody wants to go see it with me, hit me up. So the 2 books I want to bring to your attention before I jump into my shameful list of books that I still haven't read is Lies You've Never Told Me by Jennifer Donaldson and People Like Us by Dana Mealy. Both of these books are very high action-packed thrillers that have lots of mysterious intrigue to them, mysteries, and you know, the typical drama goodness that comes with either prep schools and romantic relationships that take a dangerous turn. If you like Mean Girls, Pretty Little Liars, some Nancy Drew in there too, definitely go check out these books. I'll be linking them down below. Now let's get into the part of the video where I share with you my shameful list of books that I still haven't read. And the thing is, this is just some of them. Okay, so let's get into the first book of this video. This book has been out, I think, a year now, and I really enjoyed the first book in this new series by this very amazing author who I am in love with. She's the one who got me into everything that I do today. She is queen. All hail Cassandra Clare. But I have not read Lord of Shadows yet. I mean, look at this thing. It's huge. But I can't really complain because I did read City of Heavenly Fire in like 2 days when it was finals time. So I have no good excuse, and this is just me trying to like come up with a few. I do really want to read this book, and I've heard amazing things about it. I tend to go to my roommate for book recommendations, and she's been gushing about this book since she read it last year, and she's like, Sasha, why haven't you read it yet? And I don't have a good answer, but I plan on reading it very soon. I recently found out that Cassandra Clare is self-publishing some of her books now, and that's super exciting. Cassie, I'm so sorry I haven't read this book yet, but I will, I swear. Everybody's like foreshadowing like some of our fave characters from the original TMI books to die in these ones, and I'm just not about that life. I'm like, you do not touch Jace, Clary, Simon, Isabel, Malik, anybody else is fair game, okay? I'm just saying. Oh. I'm spoiled something if you have not read The Infernal Devices, so I'm just gonna bleep that out. Anywho, gotta go read this. Probably will read it this summer though. The next series has been a series that's been out for a while, but everybody like is complete trash for this book, and I want to be trash for it too, you know? And that is The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. Okay, so I have read one of her books before, and it was Shiver. I really liked it, but I remember I never continued on with that series because the first book went from one point of view to multiple points of views in the second one, and I was like so thrown off by that because it was the first instance in my reading career that I experienced multiple point of views in a book, and it totally turned me off, which is funny because I went from like not wanting to read more than one point of view to writing my own book with like 6. So reading tastes change. But anyways, I really want to jump into this book. I hear it's phenomenal. I really want to see what the hype is all about. So I will be getting to it probably. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know when I'm gonna be getting to this, but it's on my list. Okay, so this next book I have read, but the rest of the books that come after this I have not read yet, and I know that there's 4 books in this series, and I'm just saying it. I thought that this book series was gonna be over like 7 years ago, even though it wasn't even a thing 7 years ago, but I feel like it's just been going on for the longest time, even though it hasn't, but I just feel like this book series has always been around, because I think I read it when I was really starting with this type of blogging thing that I do now, and so like it feels way longer than like 5 years. But this book I feel like has been around for like an eternity, and I don't know why. The next book in the series I have not read yet, and I don't know if I'm going to read it. Not because it's a bad series at all, just because, I don't know, I just like, you know, didn't lose interest per se. There's other books ahead of the next book in this series on my list of to be read. And it is not Glass Sword, but it's the third book, not the second, this is the second. It's the third book, which is King's Cage. I still have yet to pick up that book and read it. I think it's been out for like over a year now, but you know, I'm not perfect. I never said it was perfect. So the reason I think I haven't picked up the third book in this series is because I read Glass Sword when it was in ARC format, which is an advanced reader copy if you do not know. So it was out before the actual book was released, and so I think it's been over 2 years, maybe 2.5 years since I read the last book in the series. So I think that it's just been such a long time and such like a long lull for me that like just getting back into it would have been like, you know, crawling up a steep hillside with just your stubby nails. You know, it would just be difficult. But if you guys did like King's Cage, please let me know down below and let me know if I should continue on with the series. I really love Victoria's writing. I think that her storyline's wonderful, and I really do want to get back into the series. I just don't know when. Okay, and last but not least, because the last one is 2 books actually from the same author, and I'm honestly shocked that I have not read them yet, and I know it's bad, but bear with me because they will be read. I know that they will be read. Just when they'll be read, I hope this summer, I hope. And that is Tower of Dawn and A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. So I have read half of this book as an audiobook when I was driving from Texas to Chicago when I moved back home last summer. So it's definitely been a year since I've actually picked up this book, but I never finished it, and I do not know why. It wasn't bad or anything. I just was listening to the audiobook of it, and I had so much time when I was riding in my car with my dog Fraser, 16 hours to listen to the audiobook, which I did listen to a large majority of. But after that, I just, you know, the summer was busy. I was out traveling, you know, I was reading other books, I was writing books, you know, it was just a very hectic summer, so I kind of put this on the back burner, and here we are a year later! Wow! But I do plan on finishing this book because I do love her A Court of Thorns and Roses series, which is now being turned into a freaking movie by the people who did Shadowhunters. I mean, I'm gonna do a video on that completely separately, discussing my thoughts and opinions on current adaptations that are happening. Holy crap, there's a lot of them, and I don't even know where to start with my opinions. Okay, and then we have Tower of Dawn. I hear that this is actually one of the best books she's ever written, which makes me super excited to read it because I really want to, you know, delve into Kayal's story. But, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Fail. You know what? There's a reason I can't read this book yet. Because I still haven't read this one. I'm an idiot sandwich. So I actually haven't read Empire of Storms yet. I'm shocked by that, and I completely forgot that I haven't read this yet. I did start it though. So I guess I have to read this one before I jump into the next book. Wow, I'm literally an idiot sandwich right now. So I have a lot of Sarah J. Maas books to catch up on. So maybe I'll do like a Sarah J. Maas readathon this summer where we just like read all our books that we haven't read yet. Or if you guys want to reread them with me, heck, let's have a party because obviously I'm super behind. Okay, so those are just some of the popular books I haven't read yet. If you want me to continue on doing a little mini series of this type of video, let me know down below. There aren't like a crazy amount of like popular books that I haven't read yet, but there are a fair few that, you know, you guys probably thought I read, but I haven't. But I haven't lied about it that I have read them when I didn't. Because I never said I did read them. I just never said that I didn't. So let me know down below if you want to see more of these videos, and let me know also if you haven't read a very popular book that everybody has been glaring at you to read, because I feel the glares all around through the computer screen right now. Don't forget to go follow me on Twitter and Instagram. My username's @SashaAlsberg, and subscribe to my channel for new videos coming to you every single week. Also, I have a book out. If you want to go check it out, link is down below. It's about female space pirates. And that's it for the self-promotion. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!